Shorty's outside tonight. Look at you right there. Yeah, I see you with them stilettos on. You got on my favorite color on your toes. I bet we jet back over to the hotel. We can leave at noon.
Got it all, cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all, shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side. Know you're riding well, the OT and stateside. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you're looking good. Know you're rolling well, the front to a backwood. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, roll with me. Know you tipsy over 2 cups of Hennessy. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, I'm getting right with you. Come and spend the night with you. Oh, girl, got it all. Cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all. Shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side. Know you're riding well, the OT and stateside. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all.
Yeah, girl, you smell good. Yeah, girl, you look fine. Yeah, you a little freak, even when you on FaceTime. Yeah, girl, you got it all. Yeah, girl, you got it all. Yeah, she from Brentwood, whipping on wood grain. Got a Mercedes 82, whipping in out of lanes. Baby girl, you scheming. Got a nigga feeling. To the left, to the left. Go ahead and be little Beyonce off to yourself. Going to the left, going to the left, going to the left, going to the left, yeah.
Got it all, cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all, shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side. Know you're riding well, the OT and stateside. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. These studies acknowledge me, honestly, put the seat back. And I see bodies, you little mama wanna suck and to swallow me, watch time. Welcome to the Check-In Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Livin. I am in the building. I'm not your homie, I'm the one and only macaroni. Today's topic, popular show, Pop the Balloon. Which has gained notoriety on YouTube, has blown up ever since. It's everywhere now. It blew up on YouTube, in crazy numbers. People like Aaron the plumber. There was a dentist that went viral. There was different people that came from that platform that went on to be characters that went on to become personalities in their own right. But the show has dominance on YouTube. They have decided to franchise and take the show on Netflix. And of course, when shows get bigger, let's just say things begin to get gentrified. What essentially was a black show that was about bringing black single people together, black people that wanted to date, black people that were interested in dating different people and getting to know different people. And, essentially for a black show, essentially, has become gentrified. They got rid of the original host. I think her name is Arielette, I believe. They got rid of her and decided to go with a different host for the Netflix premiere. of the show, and it is receiving considerable backlash. Not only for that, but you know, something interesting happened, and I want to address it and talk about it tonight. Um, but you know, yeah, this is the show Pop the Balloon. I mean, plenty of you have heard of it. You've seen it go viral. You've seen the clips. You've seen the different things. And I just want to show you the trailer because they have franchise to Netflix. Just want to show you the trailer to that.
Pop the Balloon Live, the only live dating show where singles test their chemistry and compete.
So it's now live now. Before it wasn't live. It was a tape thing. Now it's live. Look, you see they got a white man on the show now. They're incorporating different races to the show. What essentially was a black thing is now gentrified. Everybody wants to get on this. You know, this is what happens. This is what happens.
For a first date, only one thing is certain. When their balloon pops, so there's their chance at love. Tough crowd. I'm in for a good time. I'm Yvonne Orji, and this is Pop the Balloon Live. Tune in.
So Pop the Balloon has, you know, no franchise. But something very interesting happened on the show that has received considerable backlash. A man went on the show by the name of Johnny Banana. I believe his name is Johnny Bananas from The Challenge. He's from the show The Challenge. And he referred to a woman, or compared a woman rather. He compared a woman on the show to a monkey. Now here you have a show that is predominantly black women. You know, this is a show that predominantly black women are here. They are, you know, represented on this show. And he went on to refer to a woman on the show as a monkey. You know, considerably. He said that, you know, your feet look like a monkey. We're gonna play the clip. But he essentially compared a woman on the show that is inhabited by mostly black women. He compared one of the women's feet to a monkey. Let's play that clip.
It's a yes or no answer, Johnny, because we can. Yes, Johnny, be so for real.
Okay. The best opportunity to make it work by what? Coming out with my plan?
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
I think I did.
Johnny, I'm gonna ask you one last question.
Leave a plan out of
I'll send you on your way. Who on the stage would have been your type? Like for real, for real.
I mean, we're gonna start with the toes. Let's see.
Start with the toes.
Me?
You've got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Oh! Now this clip went viral, and it was a lot of black women. A lot of black women felt hurt. A lot of black women felt like, yo, here this was a show created for black singles to find one another. You guys take this show, you gentrify it, you put it on Netflix, and you got white men comparing black women to monkeys hanging from trees. Considerable backlash. Let me see if we can find any tweets from black women, because I saw this. It went viral. It went viral. A lot of black women felt away. You got Kanye wilding out on you got Kanye wilding out on Twitter. What's new? What are you talking about? Let me just see if we can find some people. Pop the Balloon. Yeah, a lot of people wasn't feeling that. You know, they wasn't feeling that. Here you have a comment. You hear 10 minutes in, and Johnny Bananas already called a black woman a monkey. Now you have to remember this essentially was a show created for black singles to find one another. So it felt like a slap in the face for a lot of people for you guys to gentrify this show, and you put your first white man on this show and he got black women, he calling black women monkeys. Let's get into another comment. You will not see me next week for Pop the Balloon. This was trash. I think her name is Yvette. You did a great job, but where are the black people? And Johnny Bananas calling a black woman a monkey should not go unnoticed. Yeah, people were considerably mad. Considerably mad. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If you were informed by this show, if this was the first, if this was the, this was the big premiere of the Netflix, extravaganza, the grand opening. You probably was a day one Ariel fan, a Pop the Balloon fan. You loved all the episodes. You loved all the personalities that came out of this show, and now you're watching the grand opening of the Netflix Pop the Balloon, and here you got a white man comparing a black woman to a monkey. It's nasty. It's nasty work. Let's get into some more comments. Okay, clearly this is not going to be serious if Johnny Bananas is on here. Is Johnny Bananas going to be full-time? Was he just a contestant, or is he going to be full-time on there? I need to know that. Somebody else says, did that man on Pop the Balloons call a blank woman? I think they meant to say black woman, but it says blank woman. A blank woman, a monkey? You guys just saw that clip. He referred to a woman as a monkey. He said that her feet look like she hanging from trees, like a monkey. Let me just see. Monkeys don't sleep in trees, hanging upside down, y'all. Pop the balloon. So, yeah, a lot of people felt this person said that's racist. Did he just call a black chick a monkey? Yeah. Listen, look. This clip received a considerable amount of black backlash. Here you have a show that black women love. They come in, they tune into. They love Arielette. They love Pop the Balloon. They love the format of the show. And here the establishment, essentially Netflix, they've come in and they gentrify the show, and the first opportunity they get to gentrify the show, it's impacted by racism.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Salute to A-Dub. I see A-Dub is in the building. Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. That was crazy. Let me play that one more time, and then we're gonna get into another aspect of what occurred. Let's play that one more time.
Yes or no answer, Johnny, 'cause
One more time.
Johnny, be so for real.
Listen, he got the Tom Selleck mustache, Aryan white, and he on here calling black women monkeys. Who is to blame? Who are the heads of Netflix? Who's the blame? We need to look into who the heads of Netflix are. We need to, because this was a black show. You didn't turn the black show into something racist. We need the CEO of Netflix. We need to know. We need to know who this white man is. CEO of Netflix. Who that is? Yeah, Greg Peters. We need to talk to you, Greg Peters. You took a black show. In the first opportunity you did, a prominent black show, the first opportunity you did to get a prominent black show, you put some white racist man on here trying to gentrify this great show. You know? One more time.
Yes or no answer, Johnny, 'cause Johnny, be so for real.
The best opportunity to make it work by what? Coming out with my plan?
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
I think I did.
Johnny, I'm gonna ask you one last question. I'll send you on your way. Who on the stage would have been your type?
Who on the stage would have been your type?
I mean, we're gonna start with the toes. Let's see.
Start with the toes. And I think that this is a good thing that black women see this as well. And we're going to get into more about Johnny Bananas, and there is more to uncover here. Of course, we got to talk about that part. But I think this is good for black women to see, because there's a lot of divestors in the black in the ranks of black women. A lot of divestors. They think that it's better on the other side. They think that life is better with a white man. They think that, listen, white men can be just as chauvinistic. They can be just as great as a misogynoir. They can disrespect you just like black men do. You got a lot of divestors that think it's better on the other side. So I think it's good for black women to see this. But let's continue.
You got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
These toes gonna help you build a home. You know what?
You need good toes to build a home. You need strong hands and good toes.
Strong hands and good toes. Now, here's the kicker. Johnny Bananas from the challenge, he has since responded to the claims that he was referring to a black woman as a monkey. He has responded. He has responded back, and he says, "Hey, morons, I was actually talking about the white girl." Whose toes were hanging over her shoes, who was literally dressed in a effing tree. It's wild how fast some people can twist a moment into a false narrative. There is real racism out there. Weaponizing fake outrage for clicks cheapens it. Now, and here you have the picture where it's him pointing. Now, I got to be honest with you. You're pointing. You could be pointing at either one of these. Well, I'm not necessarily believing your narrative that it's this white woman right here. Now, this is a white woman, and I'm not saying that he didn't point to this white woman, but there is a black woman right here. You could easily be pointing to this black woman. Like, look at his hand. This is his hand. Look, I got my pointer on his hand. Look, you could be easily pointing to this black woman toes, or you could be easily pointing, to this woman toes as well. So we're not going to just, say that you wasn't pointing to this black woman. You could have been pointing to this black woman right here now. You could have easily been pointing to her. So let's just be real here. I'm not saying Johnny Bananas was talking to this black woman. I throw him a little bit of a lifeline, but we're not going to just say he wasn't talking to this black woman. He could have been talking to this black woman, but maybe he's trying to stay face now. But when we know the racial stereotypes put on black women, put on black men, us being disrespected, being compared to monkeys, being compared to less than human, and this being a black show, this is a show where black people come to find love, where black people come to, go out there and date and find people, and for him to bring that energy, irregardless if he was talking to a white woman or not. Again, irregardless if he was talking to a black woman or not, you are in a room full of black women and you are referring to any of these women and comparing them to a monkey is disgusting. Doesn't matter if you were talking to the white woman, doesn't matter if you was talking to the Latina woman or if you were talking to the black woman. You're on a black show referring to a woman in a room full of black women as a monkey. That is nasty work. Fire! And irrelevant to the point. Johnny Bananas, it is irrelevant to the point if you were talking to a white woman. It is relevant to the point. You are in a room full of black women on a black show referring to a woman as a monkey. So you should feel a little sympathetic to at least the black women in that room, the black women that have dealt with 400 years of slavery, that have dealt with 400 years of oppression, would feel a way, especially if they're watching it at home on their couch. And like I said, black women have dealt with these type of stereotypes forever. They've dealt with these stereotypes where, where black women have felt, the least desirable, the least sought after. There's the whole slogan out there that black women are the most unprotected. These things exist. You see where, you see how, there's a lot of slandering on black women. So for this white man, and like I said, this is irregardless if he was pointing to the black woman or not. You don't get in a room full of black women and refer to any woman as a monkey. What's up? What's up? What's up, FBA? What's up, FBA? Yeah, you don't get in a room full of black women and refer to a black woman as a monkey. That was just nasty work. And any black woman that was watching that from the comfort of her home, watching it on Netflix, watching it on her phone, of course they were going to feel away. And it wasn't necessarily them having fake outrage or trying to create some type of narrative. You, sir, or a white man on a black show referring to a woman in a room full of black women as a monkey. That is nasty work. You know, essentially, this would be like a white man in a room full of Mexican women, right? And you were and instead of calling the Mexican women in the room a torta, there was one black woman in the room and you called her a torta. That's essentially what this is. You called a white woman on this show. You said she had feet like a monkey in a room full of black women. Of course, black women were going to feel a way about that. And of course, I have to kick in the back of Johnny Bananas, but I really want to kick in the backs of Netflix. I really want to kick in the back of Ariel Arillette, the creator of Pop the Balloon, because you allowed the establishment to take this show that was a black thing, that was for black people, that were for, helping black people find one another, helping black people create love interests and, and us having, that in our communities. You took that show and you pretty much sold it out to the establishment. Then they kicked you on your keister. I don't know for what. I'm sure they made you a producer. I'm sure they gave you a bag. I'm sure you're making money off of them taking your original idea and concept. But they said, we're going to go in a different direction. We're going to have somebody else on the show, and we're going to implement some white people on the show. But now a new door has opened where now we're going to see white men disrespect black women. We're going to see different ethnicities of men. Because let's be honest, when an idea like this, Pop the Balloon, comes into, of course they're going to gentrify it. Of course they're going to take this, they're going to turn it into Disney. They're going to turn it into, they're going to pull out all the bells and whistles. That's what they do, and of course they're going to gentrify the show, and it opens up an opportunity, and it opens up, for white men to go in there and disrespect black women and say things about black women that could be deemed as racial, that could be deemed as foul. And this was Netflix's first opening show, and for black women to see that, of course they have a right and they deserve to feel a way about that. They deserve to feel a way about that. FBA says the black women unprotected thing is from Malcolm X speech, but they didn't follow how Malcolm said they should act. Yeah, listen, I don't necessarily agree with the whole, black women are the most unprotected and they're the most this, that, and the third. I think that black women are protected. My thing is this: do black women want to be protected? Do they want to be protected? Because there's a narrative out there. They'll say we're the least desirable. It's all of this, struggleism that they put on themselves. But I'm asking, do they want to be protected? Do black women want to be protected, or do they feel that they are strong enough to not be protected? Are they relying on governmental assistance to protect them? Are they relying on policemen when their boyfriend acts up to protect them? Are they depending on men? Because every other community is depending on their men. You don't see the Chinese woman, the Middle Eastern woman, the all of these different women from different ethnicities. You don't see them saying that we can protect ourselves. It's only black women and white women. Only black women and white women have adopted that type of feminism ideal. where they feel like they can protect themselves. They're not depending on their men. They're not saying that we can use our men to get protected. We need our men to be protected. Every other race of women is not saying that. They want their men to protect them. They are clinging to their men to protect them. So my thing with the black woman is unprotected. Do black women want to be protected, or do they want to be protected by governmental assistance? Do they want to be protected by the police department? Do they want to be protected by different things? Because a lot of black women don't want to be protected. They feel like they could go on their own. They feel like they don't need a nigga. They don't feel like they need a man to protect her. And that's not indicative of every black woman. I'm not trying to generalize every black woman, but there is a sector of black women and white women that feel like they don't need a man to protect them. Right? So that's that there. But in terms of this whole pop the balloon thing, I think that, I don't think people are going to be tuning in like that to this show. I don't think people are going to be really interested in the show like that. If it's going to take this gentrified approach, that's my opinion. Let's talk a little bit about something else here. We're probably going to talk about a little different topics here. Soulja Boy is he took an L, man. He took an L. I think he has to pay $4 million. Yeah, Soulja Boy ordered to pay $4 million in sexual assault case. Listen, man, that's a healthy buck right there. And you also have to understand with Soulja Boy, this is not Soulja Boy in 2007. This is not Soulja Boy at the peak of his career with, so much. Give me 1 second, y'all. There's so many ads on this thing. Give me 1 second, y'all. There's so many ads, like, it's like ridiculous with the ads here. But yeah, Soulja Boy, he's ordered to pay a boatload of money to his accuser. He lost in a lawsuit. And, I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of feel sorry for him because this is not Soulja Boy in 2007. Like I said, this is not Soulja Boy in 2007. This is not Soulja Boy with a #1 record, with his whole career in front of him, with a promising career. And, this is Soulja Boy, respectfully, in 2025. And I know he got money. I'm not saying he ain't got no money. But I'm just saying $4 million. I mean, did he really? Because we know that, a lot of black stars are being targeted right now. We know that. We know that a lot of stars are being targeted. We know that a lot of celebrities are being targeted. They're being sought after. I mean, we saw the whole Jay-Z thing, the Diddy lawsuits. But yeah, Soulja Boy took an L. I just want to hear his words. I don't have too many topics. I'm just here to talk and, give y'all. I just want to hear what he had to say. Soulja Boy. Hold on. Soulja Boy responds to verdict. Yeah, this was he responded to the verdict. See if we can get that. Soulja Boy had the worst day in court. Let me get to the verdict. Let me see. It's him right here.
About the verdict.
Today, I stand before you deeply disappointed in the verdict delivered in my case.
I
firmly believe that the decision made in court was not based on facts or substantial evidence, but rather on factors that were outside of my control. The truth was overshadowed by the involvement of individuals such as the jury who were not present during the events in question. And I feel that the system allowed external influences to shape the outcome. Furthermore, the use of Jane Doe as the identity of the accusers raises serious concerns about fairness. Keeping these individuals anonymous while I'm forced to face public scrutiny creates an unequal playing field. I believe this entire process has been tainted by a system that is not designed to protect the rights of the accused. I want to make it clear that I'm innocent.
So this was a Jane Doe case. So he had to fight these charges under a Jane Doe name. So the person didn't have to identify themselves. So essentially he was fighting these charges from a person that he didn't even know who it was. Yeah, listen, man, for a lot of young men, and you're coming into some money, you're being a rap star or whatever it may be. This is a very important time for a lot of young men to bag it up, man. Bag it up. If you're not a man that has discipline, or you're not making these women sign NDAs, or you're not selective in making the best choice in terms of the women you lay down with, you're going to be paying a hefty bag. I remember they got the rapper of the game like this a few years ago. The rapper of the game. Let me look into that case. The rapper of the game. He had to pay a healthy buck too. Ordered to pay. Let me see. Yeah, the game must pay $7 million. Think about it, $7 million. $7 million. Rappers are out here, they're getting caught up. You know, you out here, you're experiencing this fame. You're out here, you're at the clubs with these women. You're going through these, different women and things like that. And, listen, you may have a fabulous night with a girl. You may have the fabulous night with, she may be, the freakiest girl you've ever met in your life. She's willing to do everything. You having a good time. You guys are having fun. And then you tell her, listen, I gotta go spend time with my kids. I gotta go on tour on the road. I gotta go get this money. I holler at you another time. You're not even trying to brush her off. You might hit her up in a week or maybe a month. Maybe you get back to her when you're back in town. But you got things to do. And she'll feel like, yo, he kind of like did me dirty. I thought I was gonna get a ring. I thought he was gonna buy me a Birkin, a Chanel. And then you pretty much smash him out, and then you go on your way, and then next thing you know, they hit up the lawyer and they talking about you sexually assaulted them. Then you're in court paying $7 million. You don't even know where this is coming from. You don't even know. You thought you just went to the club, had a little freaky deaky night with a joint you met at the club, and now a couple months later you're paying $7 million. Just because she didn't like the way you treated her after you smashed her out. So it's very important that a lot of young men, especially when they come into some money, to make wise choices. Yeah, because, I feel bad for Soulja Boy. I mean, Soulja Boy to be having to pay that type of money to some joint. I don't be believing a lot of women in this era. And I'm not saying that women that doesn't happen to women, because listen, there's women out there that are being abused and sexually assaulted. That definitely does happen. But a lot of these women in this era are also manipulating. They're using the justice system. They're using the court system to take advantage of rich, affluent men. And they're looking at them as Vicks. Let me see if I can find. There's another video with Soulja Boy. He goes in depth. He was talking about. Let me see if I can find that Soulja Boy. On live, talking about court case. See if we can find that. Yeah. Let me see. This is it.
Verdict.
Today, I stand before you deeply because I'm the first.
Here's Soulja Boy a different way. We got those soldiers.
Attack all our black rich niggas. Man, I don't know what to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know all my haters gonna be popping it. But guess what? They gonna pop it regardless. Whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, your haters always gonna talk. They out here trying to take down all the rich black niggas, nigga. They mad, nigga, because I own my own shit. I ain't signing no nigga. You know what I'm saying? They try to take a nigga down. How this nigga got all this money, how he got all these stores, how he got all this shit. So they gonna try to lie on the nigga, make up shit on the nigga. Because I'm the first rapper to do this shit.
What's up, Sinclair?
You feel me? They did the same shit with Jay-Z. They did the same shit with P. Diddy. They did the same shit with everybody, nigga.
Man, So you're here.
Yeah, like I kind of agree. There is something out there that where a lot of black rappers are being targeted. A lot of black rappers are being targeted. And it's happening. You know, we can't sit up here and act like it's not happening. We can't sit up here and act like we haven't seen Jay-Z, Diddy, and a host of other rappers be targeted by way of sexual assault cases, sexual assault allegations. It is a real thing. And I'm like I said, I feel sorry for Soulja Boy. I feel like Soulja Boy. I don't feel like Soulja Boy did it. I don't feel like Soulja Boy did nothing. I feel like Soulja Boy got too much money. I feel like Soulja Boy, he can get a little ratchet, little joint at ATL. He don't need to be sexually assaulting no woman in a club or wherever she says she got sexually assault. I don't believe that. And I'm not saying, and like I said, I'm not saying that women don't happen to women, because listen, women do get violated, and women do definitely have those stories, but a lot of times some women, they see an opportunity to make some money, and I think that's what happened with Soulja Boy, in my opinion. But in terms of his case, like, I feel sorry for that. I feel sorry that it's happening to him, but it is what it is. Let me see what else happened, because I only really had two topics. I'm just going off and talk about some things. Wendy Williams, she's with her producer. How y'all feel about Wendy? Do y'all think Wendy Williams will be back? Do y'all think Wendy Williams will be back on her show? Her cognitive skills, in my opinion. This is Wendy with her former producer that was on the Wendy show. What's her name? I believe her. Oh, Susan. Okay, Susan. She looks. Listen, Wendy looks nice. She looks good here. She looks healthy. She's smiling. She doesn't look disturbed. She doesn't look like she's dealing with anything in terms of her looks. Do you think Wendy? Now I wouldn't say come back to the show. I think that the show is a far gone conclusion. I don't think that she's ever going to do the show again. But in terms of her cognitive skills, I feel like she could do a podcast. I feel like she could do maybe radio in a short form, maybe do an hour a day. I feel like Wendy could come back to some capacity and get back on the hamster wheel. How do you guys feel about that? I feel like she can get back on it. I don't think she could ever do a daytime show. I think that it has proven to have worn her down. It was too much. It was too much stress on her. It was too much for her to deal with, and pretty much, I think that a lot of that show is what happened for her to have her whatever happened to her, what was dealing with her, and it kind of messed up whatever she was doing. And I think that the show was definitely a burden to her at some point. So do I think that her getting back into a daytime television show, I don't think that's right for her. I don't think that's good for her. But a podcast, maybe a podcast 1 or 2 times a week, maybe doing radio, maybe, maybe 2-3 times a week. I don't think that would be bad for Wendy. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think Wendy should come back? Do y'all think Wendy should be back? Let me see what else is in here. Yeah, people are talking about Keisha Cole. She looked like she was wearing a diaper on stage. I don't know why people going so hard on Keisha Cole, man. I love Keisha Cole, but they were talking about she was wearing a diaper on stage. She looks good. The body looks good. Listen, this is all performative. All the gyrating and the shaking of the hind pops and all that, backing it up, dropping it like it's hot. This is all performative. And honestly, you got a lot of big back women that, they're not happy to see Keisha Cole that has had multiple pregnancies. She's lost all the weight. The body looks good. You got a lot of big back women that are hating on her. They clowning her. They clowning her on Shade Room. They clowning her on different platforms, saying like she had a diaper on and yada yada yada. In my opinion, I think it's a lot of big back women that saw Keisha Cole at her advanced age. Her body looks pretty good. She looks like she's still in shape. You know, she can still get herself a young dude. And you got a lot of big back women that are hating on that. You know, that's my opinion. That's what I grasp from that. Because there's a lot of big back women are hating. They're hating. Sonny says, I came to know I'm the silliest, but always live to talk no. I don't know what you're talking about. What is this? Is this a poem? What are you talking about, Sonny? What are you talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. Let's get back to the topic, though. I'm here to talk about the topics tonight. We're not here to read poems. But you know, people were talking about Keisha Cole like she had a diaper on. And let me see the response video. This is her response. This is her response right here.
Boo. Cause it's my motherfucking business why I got my goddamn diaper on. What the fuck you care about it? What it mean to you that I got on a goddamn $1,000 diaper? What it mean to you?
When you get a certain age, you gotta wear your diaper.
Yo, I don't care if y'all didn't like my
she liked it.
My choice of clothing.
She performed in it.
It's okay.
She sung love.
It did look like a little diaperish, but I didn't care. I liked it anyway.
You tried to do it?
I did, and I still kind of liked it. So I was like, I mean, I liked it. You know?
Yeah, I think a lot of these big back women are just hating. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all hating on her. There's a lot of big back women. Y'all hating. Y'all just hating, bro. Y'all hating. I played the Soulja Boy joint already. What else is on here? What else should we get into? I may play a video for y'all. I do want y'all to see something and give my critique on that. What else should we talk about? Let me see. Yeah, Ja Rule and 50 Cent. I don't want to get into that. I mean, I feel like they've been going on back and forth forever. Yeah, it's not much really going on, really. You know, I just came on here to talk to y'all for a little bit. You know, I don't really got much to talk about. Not too many topics. I may play a video for y'all. Let me see. Yeah, it's not much really going on right now. Vibes Cartel was in Brooklyn. Salute to Vibes Cartel. He was out there in Brooklyn. Did a show out in Brooklyn. Sold out show in the Barclays. That was nice. Yeah, it's not really much for me to get into. I just want to talk about the Pop the Balloon thing and the Soulja Boy thing a little bit. I feel like we got through that a little bit. I want to know, have you guys seen this video? It's an old video, but I thought it was very interesting, right? It's very interesting. Have you guys seen this video? Let me see if I can find it first. How do I find that video? Let me see if I can find this video. I know I liked it somewhere. Yeah, this video right here. Have you guys seen this video? Let me know if you've seen this video. This video is crazy. So essentially, hold on. So essentially, let me just tell y'all what it was, right?
Well, Charles Barkley spoke.
Hold on. Now, that's not the video. Give me 1 second.
Turn around.
So essentially, a woman was dating this dude, right? She was dating this dude. You know, this is almost like one of the shows I used to do. I'm just chilling today. We're just talking about a few things and chilling. But essentially, this woman was dating this man, right? And she had a threesome with him. And pretty much he kind of you know, brushed her off after the threesome. After the threesome, he kind of brushed her off. He told her, "Listen, I'm kind of done with you." And she's a foreigner. She's not from America. So after he kind of cut her off, she breaks into the man's house because she wants more sex. Have you guys seen this video? This woman was desperate for the tool. She broke into a man's house to get some more tool. He had to call the police on this woman because she wanted more tool. And she was distraught because she gave this man a threesome and she wanted more tool and she couldn't get it from him. Let me know what you guys think of this video.
Not going to do anything.
So stand up. We'll make sure this stays on. No, stand up. It's okay. There you go. Stand up. Stop.
And I want to know from the women, any women that is in here watching this, if you're here watching this, have you ever felt like this about a man? Have you ever felt like this about a man? Have you ever felt like, has a man ever, I call it dickmatized. Women, have you ever been dickmatized? Have you ever felt like this about a man where you're willing to break into the house for the tool?
On May 15th, 2023, a woman broke into her boyfriend's house to get her car keys, which led to a fight with the officers. It all started when police asked a woman to step outside, but things quickly escalated. Now, because of her actions, she faced the results of a situation that never needed to get this bad.
Going. Hey, come on out here for me real quick.
We back,
Hey.
we back.
So, what's going on?
My boyfriend left.
Your boyfriend left? Okay.
So it's her boyfriend.
How long have you been staying here?
Like,
Was there 5?
3 o'clock. No, like 5 o'clock.
No, like, do you live here? Okay. So he said that somebody was nearby, so that's why and you matched the description. So, what's going on?
She broke in the house to get some tools.
I'll be on call site. Okay.
And he need to come back because my car keys in his house. I don't know where he's at.
She claimed that her car keys is in the house, but she just wants some tools.
That's all I want. Can you tell him that? No, I just want my car key.
Okay.
No, I give him everything he wants.
Was the door open?
Yeah.
Ladies, let me know if a man has ever had you feeling like this. Have you ever felt like this about a man? I need to know.
Okay.
I was sleeping over there.
You were sleeping over where?
Like 5 o'clock, I came back. I sleep over there. I'm waiting for it because I want to go home. What time is it right now?
It's almost 3 p.m.
She don't even know what time it is. She's so dickmatized. She don't even know what time. She don't know what time of day it is. She don't know what she ate this morning. She done forgot to go to work. This woman is dickmatized, man.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, do me a favor. Put that down real quick.
This is.
Yep.
Castleberry 107.
Thank you. And then until I get stuff figured out, I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. You're not under arrest, but until I get stuff figured out,
Hold on.
you gotta go in handcuffs.
Stand by 3713. I'm trying to reach you. Castleberry.
Yeah, but just for now, just until we get stuff figured out, okay? You're not under arrest. You're being detained, okay?
Trying to reach you.
So do me a favor and turn around. All right, and then put your hands behind your back real quick. We're gonna figure everything out, okay? I can.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure.
Sinclair says, sure. When I was 16, and I'd go roller skating every weekend just to see him. I guess that's stalking, but never went to his house. You've never broken into a man's house? Let me know, Sinclair. Well, women do crazy things when they in love, you know.
Have a seat for me.
She in handcuffs over the dick. Come on, she in handcuffs over the dick.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna help you out. All right.
Can you tell him to come here?
Okay.
Right now.
Hang
So
on.
I can go home.
Okay. Stay right there, okay? All right. I don't have anything I can put over you for now, okay? To protect your breast.
Tata's out.
Okay. I'm going to read you this, okay?
Yeah.
He had the Miranda riser. He had the
It says
Miranda
you have the
riser.
right
Hold
to
on.
remain silent, and you said can't use against you to exercise these rights. Do you understand? Okay. What's going on today? What happened last night? You got driven somewhere by deputies, correct? Okay.
I went home.
You went home.
So I gotta get arrested.
No, I'm asking you. So you went home last night, right?
I got upset. I came back.
Okay.
Because I gave him a threesome. I deserve the sex.
As soon as the officers arrived,
She's upset because she wanted some sex. She broke into this man's house because she wanted to have sex with him.
the residence, they encountered the woman who had caused the entire incident. Instead of listening to her long stories, the officers decided to take her into custody while seeking help. Well, the only thing she was good at was making excuses.
Okay, so you gave him a threesome. Got it.
Gave the man a threesome, gave up the ass.
You came back over today. For what purpose?
She wanted to have sex with him. She broke into this man's house to have sex with him. What type of incredible deed did he put down on this woman where she breaking down the door? She's kicking down the hinges off the door for the D.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
She's busting down the hinges off the door for the D to get some D thing.
Because what?
I want to have sex.
Because you want to have sex? Okay.
I've been on 40 so long. I even can't wait to the song.
Okay. So you came back over to have sex, and when he didn't answer the door, you did what?
No, the door opened up.
The door opened up? Okay, but he told me he locked it. So the door wasn't locked? Okay, so the door was unlocked. The door was not unlocked.
No, I was just sleeping the whole time.
You were what?
I was just sleeping the whole time.
Okay, did you open the door?
No. I mean, yes, I did.
Okay. Was it unlocked?
No.
It was locked. So how did you open the door?
I unlocked it.
She done kicked the man's door down trying to get some tool.
You unlocked it? Okay. Do you want to call the complainant? Because this, I don't know exactly what's going on now, but he says the door was locked. She was driven back to her house last night, and he said that he saw her kicking the door. Door's open.
Okay.
So.
And then y'all give him a call.
Okay. Okay. How did you open the door?
How'd you get it open?
The door was open.
The door was open? Okay, but you told me...
Side door was open. That's why I got into it.
The sliding glass door was open?
Side.
The side door.
And then the boyfriend shows up. Let me get to that. The boyfriend shows up. Hold on. The guy shows up. Hold on.
Anything the woman was saying. One moment her phone was in the apartment, and the next she was talking about love. Instead of telling the truth to the law, sharing long stories wouldn't help or save her from the situation. Maybe she thought her stories were a get out of jail free card.
We just got some paperwork to fill out. Can we just do it on the patrol car so we don't go over where she's at? Or we can do it inside your house. It's up to you.
Let me just...
No, don't talk to her. I don't need you to talk to her.
Okay.
Now, let me know. Do you file charges on a woman that kicked the door down trying to get some D? Because me personally, I wouldn't file charges on a woman like that. This woman has, recognized that you are a phenomenon. She has recognized that you are something special. What you have is something special that she can't live without. Do you call the cop? I don't think you call the cops on a woman like that. You gotta work it out. Oh, salute to E. Cole. Salute to E. Cole. What's good, E. Cole? I see E. Cole's in the building. Yo, E. Cole, I might have to get your opinion on the on that. I know you saw the Pop the Balloon joint. I may have to get your opinion on that Pop the Balloon where the white man is in there calling one of the women a monkey. He referred to one of the. I might have to get you on Twitter Spaces to talk about that that whole Pop the Balloon thing. But we got to get through this first though.
So where are we gonna fill this out at?
All right. Can we do it here?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me. Gotta get through these commercials. Hold on.
Your car or not? This, yeah.
Yeah, but me personally, I'm not calling the cops on a woman that is kicking down my door for some tool. I'm not calling the cops on her. You know, you may have to move because you may not want her busting down your door every 5 seconds. You may not want to be in that proximity. You may not want her to know where you live. But to be calling the cops on a woman that has recognized that you have something phenomenal, something godlike between your legs, I mean, do you call the cops on a woman like that? I don't know. I don't think you should.
She's not 10-15, so I'm gonna get her out of handcuffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to take the handcuffs off of you, but until we get stuff figured out, I need you to stay over here.
I'm not
okay?
going to do anything.
Okay. So stand up. I'll make sure this stays on. Go ahead and stand up. It's okay. There you go. Stand up.
Is that fake crying to y'all? Do y'all think that's fake crying or not?
I need you to take a
I'm
breath.
so sad. What I do wrong?
Turn this way.
She says, what did I do wrong? You kicked down the man's door for some D. You kicked the hinges off the door for some D. Talking about what did I do wrong? See, this is what happens when a woman is stigmatized. When a woman is stigmatized, she has no clue what she did wrong. She don't know what she did. She think what she's doing is right. She done lost track of time of the day. She don't know what she ate this morning. She don't know if she got to go to work or not. She's losing her mind because she got some incredible D. This is what happens when a woman is stigmatized. This is real right here.
I'm trying to take them off of you, so stay still. Stop. You're making a scene. Stop. You're making a scene. Yeah, I'm good. Face that way so I can take the handcuffs off.
I'm so mad.
I understand that you're mad, but you're making a scene.
I just want my car. And then go to prom.
Face that way. Okay, stay just like that.
I'm so sorry. It's not you. I'm so upset. I gave that threesome last night.
She gave him a threesome last night. Hold on, y'all saw that, right? Hold on.
I'm so upset.
Play that again.
I gave that threesome last night.
She said, I gave that nigga a threesome last night. She gave him a threesome last night. He had a good time. He had to kick her out the house. Kicked her out the house. She comes back the next day kicking down the door for some dick. This woman is stigmatized.
Oh my God. Oh God.
You're causing so much more people to look at you, so stop. You're embarrassing yourself.
I'm gonna email the pamphlet to him, and then we just gotta get her out of here. He doesn't want to trespass. He doesn't have any charges, no nothing.
He doesn't want to press charges on anything today. He doesn't want you trespassed, but you have to go for now.
I just want my car keys. I don't know where it is.
Okay, well, we'll get you your car keys, but you can't drive. You're under the influence. You cannot drive. You are intoxicated.
How long?
Until you're sober. So go home.
I'm not.
Yes.
Sinclair says, was it two guys or was it two? I think it was two girls, because when a woman refers to a threesome, it's referring to two women. You know, most when people talk about a threesome, when people talk about a threesome, it's referred to as two women and one man. Two guys and a woman. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's more like a train. A threesome is two women and one guy. A train is two guys. That's a lot of hardware in the room. It's a little too much going on there. So I believe she's referring to two women. So she, and most women in a relationship would feel like that. They would feel like you know, I allowed you to have this incredible threesome. I allowed you to share this God-given tool that you have with me and another woman, and you kick me out the threesome, and here I'm kicking down the door to get some more. She feels away. Yeah. A DP, a DP. Oh man, yeah, soul train, assembly line. Yeah, a DP, essentially. That, yeah, that's what it would be essentially. But I believe she's referring to
You are.
She's referring to two women in her two women in a room with her man.
Okay. So you are intoxicated, so you're not capable of driving away right now. But you can take your car keys, go home, drink water, eat.
That's why I've been asking. Like,
do you know your friend's phone number?
no.
Does he know your friend's phone number?
He can't go to Uber.
Copy 1513.
Like, what the going on my life?
Okay. So if I give you a ride back to your house, can you get in your house?
I don't know. That's my key. I just want to.
The surprising thing was that all that could be heard was the sound of the woman crying. Instead of listening or understanding anything, she just wanted to drive away, even though she was in a highly intoxicated state.
What do you mean you don't know if you can get in your house?
Because my car.
Yeah. E. Cole says, is she Asian? Yeah, she's actually from another country. She's not an American citizen. She's actually from another country. Cause she said that cause she did say at one point, all I want to do is go back to my country when she got arrested. So she's not from America. She's from another country.
So if we get your car keys, can you go back inside?
Yeah. Sinclair said, how did she get there? She drove there. She drove there. See, that's the crazy thing. See, that's how we know she's digmatized. She don't even realize she drove there. She drove there. She left last night. She was told to leave. She left last night. She drove there, and she's claiming that she's trying to get in the house. She's claiming that her car keys is in the house.
Wait for me, please. He said that your keys and your phone should be at your house.
How I bring my car?
Okay, but did you have your keys?
Of course.
Remember that she got escorted by the deputies back to her house last night.
So did you drive over here?
No, my friend did.
Okay, so where are your keys then?
I don't know. That's what.
Okay, so you left your phone at your house when you came here, right?
Last night she was intoxicated, and the deputies took her home after she drove there. She drove there, and then the deputies took her home.
Oh, so she was intoxicated last night. They drove her home. Her car is there, but she left with her keys.
Is this parked in the same spot from yesterday?
She's trying to claim that the keys is in the house, but she got escorted last night with her keys. But she's trying to make it sound like, oh, my keys is in the house, but really she just wants some D. She just wants a tool. You know, she just want to be in that nigga room.
But I'm saying, is it parked in the same exact tires and everything?
Yeah, she doesn't seem to remember that part.
Okay.
You called the police on me.
And do you hear her? She's using the N-word. Do you hear her using the N-word?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You don't hear that Asian woman using the N-word? Now here you have a foreign woman. This is a foreign woman. This is not an Americanized Asian woman. This is a woman from a foreign country. I don't know how she got here. I don't know how long she's been here, but she's from a foreign country, sitting up there with a black boyfriend using the N-word. We need to have a greater discussion about black men allowing other races of women to use the N-word. We need to have a deeper discussion about that. Why every time when you black men, you put your tool in a white girl, you put your tool in an Asian girl, you put your tool in a Middle Eastern girl, you put your tool in all these different women of other races, and you allow them to use the N-word? Why is that a thing? I don't see that in any other culture. I don't see that in the Hispanic culture. When a Hispanic man is dating a white girl, they allow him, to call him racial epithets. I don't see that in the Asian community. When an Asian man is dating a white woman, he allows her to call her a racial epithet. Only in the black community, you got these Negroes that want to say, oh, I'm going to let my little Asian girlfriend call me the N-word. It's cute. You got this pork chop, fried rice, Chong Lee, using the N-word every 5 minutes out her mouth with some micro braids in her head. Ridiculous. So we need to have a greater discussion about that.
Why are you need to stop. None of this is helpful for you right now. Okay? Okay, I want you to go home too, but I'm trying to figure out where your keys are. Just fine. Sit down, please. Stop. Okay. I'm gonna drive you home, okay? Okay?
Let me show you check, because once he's done.
Stop. What do I need to say to you to get you to understand that you
I'm
need
so
to...
sorry. If yo, why have you not give me a threesome and she went off? Feeling good?
You need to try to calm down. This is not helpful for you.
I just want to go back to my country.
See?
This is not a...
But she's not from America. She's not from America.
But I need you to calm down first.
Call the police on me. I got handcuffed.
See, I agree with her in that sentiment. You ain't have to call the police on her. Okay, she kicked down your door. She didn't wild out. She didn't go through your stuff and start breaking your TVs and start breaking your PS5s and start throwing bleach on your clothes. She essentially kicked down your door because she wanted some D. You ain't have to call the police on her. Come on. I agree with her. I kind of agree with her. If a woman kicked down my door just for some D, I'm not calling the police on. If she was in my house, breaking windows, putting bleach on my clothes, breaking things, that's different. But kicking down the door for some D, come on now. Come on.
How can I help you get home? Do you want me to drive you home? Okay. We're going to go over to my car, and we're going to go home then. So, grab your driver's license, and when you get home and sober up,
I'm so sorry.
Contact him. I understand. Thank you.
I'm not.
Listen, whenever you go home, sleep, drink water, eat, and then call him and try to find out if he has your keys or if they are actually at home. The deputies told him, please don't talk to him. We're going to go to my car so that we can go.
Hey, yo. Walk out. Get that nigga down. Walk. What the?
Wind that back. Hold on.
So that we can go.
Wind that back.
Hey, yo. Walk out. Get that nigga down. Walk. What the?
Stop. 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 Stop.
Yeah, but what would y'all do in this situation? I just want to play that. What would y'all do in this situation? What would y'all do in this situation if you were in that situation where a woman essentially kicked down your door for some D? What would you do? And also for the women in this room, like Sinclair, if this was a man, let's say hypothetically Sinclair, let's just say this was a man you really loved, you cared about, right? You really cared. You know, you guys are not, you're not married or nothing like that. You're not married or anything like, but this is somebody you've been dating, your boyfriend, let's say, and you've been dating him for a while. But listen, you gave him some good loving. Let's say you gave him some good loving, and he kicked down your door, because he wanted some good loving. Would you call the police on him? Would you feel like he's a threat to society, to yourself? I mean, what would you do? What would be the cause of action? Because me personally,
ever wondered what your home looks like from space?
Me personally, I wouldn't call the police on a woman that did this to me. I think that's kind of unfair. I mean, you're the one that digmatized her. She should be blaming you. You did this to her. You did this to her. You the one that digmatized her. You the one that got her, running up the ceiling and acting all wild and kicking down the doors. I mean, you're the blame. So listen, I sympathize with this woman. I don't think that she was wrong. Eco, hold on, let me see. He said, I believe she deserved to be arrested. Hold on. Eco says, I believe she wanted to be arrested. Yeah, you can make an argument that she probably wanted to be arrested. I do think that she was trying to cause a scene. I do think that she was trying to cause a scene. Definitely, she was trying to cause a scene. But I do think that she was easily mad, though. She was definitely mad. She wasn't angry for no reason. I mean, she was clearly mad about the threesome. She was clearly mad that she couldn't get no D. So I mean, me personally, I see where she's coming from. Sinclair says, "Hell yeah, this is how every horror story starts." But Sinclair, I mean, you have to think this is somebody that you're sympathetic toward. This is not some ex. This is not some ex that came back into your life. This is not some, he cares about this woman, right? He cares about this woman because he decided not to press charges on her. So clearly he cared. He didn't want her to go to jail. But he realized that this had gone too far because you're breaking down the hinges off my door for some D. But I mean, if this is somebody you care about, do you really call the cops on them because they want some D? I mean, do you really do that? I mean, I understand for a woman, I understand. Because that's a little aggressive. That's a little like, come on, a guy kicking down your hinges on your door because he wants to be around you. Yeah, that could be scary for a woman. I understand, but for me as a man, I don't know. I'm a little turned on by it. I kicking down the hinges off the door for some, because she wants some D. I'm a little turned on by it. I kind of like it.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Sinclair says, "Send me flowers. Don't break down my door." Listen, this, people express their love in different ways, Sinclair. Some people like flowers. Some people like their doors to be kicked down. Some people like chocolates. Some people like you to show up unexpected to their job. People have different love languages.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Maybe this is her love language. Her love language is kicking down your door and requesting the tool, requesting the D, requesting of you. I don't think she broke nothing in his house outside of the hinges. She broke the hinges off the door. But outside of the hinges, what did she really break? She didn't break nothing. She didn't kick down the windows or, take the PS5 and throw it out the house. She didn't do that. She just kicked down the door and says, "Please, would you give me some D?" Now, he was at work. He couldn't oblige her. He couldn't service her at that point in particular time. But, I mean, that's her love language. I respect it. I respect it. But that was that. Maybe we'll go back into this pop the balloon thing. So I was talking about this pop the balloon thing. I'm gonna go back into it one more time because people that didn't see it the first time when I was talking about it. So I'll go back into it one more time. In terms of this pop the balloon fiasco, because I know a couple of y'all probably missed it. So I'm gonna talk about this pop the balloon thing one more time. In terms of the pop the balloon, we all know the pop the balloon show. The famous show with I think her name is Ariel Arillette. Let me just put y'all on to that. Give me 1 second. Pop the Balloon. The show on YouTube. It's popular on YouTube. A lot of people, they see clips of it. They Pop the Balloon. It's popping on the internet. Everybody watches it on the internet. Pop the Balloon, Ariel Arillette, and essentially it's a show for black singles to find one another. It's a show for black women, black men to date, go out and conversate, relationships, all different types of things. And essentially this was a show crafted and created for black people that black people enjoyed. The show has since gained notoriety. The show has since gained a following, and it has incredible numbers. The numbers are blowing up out, they're out of this world. So Netflix decided to come in and gentrify the show. They said, you know what? Let's get rid of the Negroes on the show. Let's get rid of the black love. Let's gentrify this show. Let's put a little salt in this show. We got the pepper. Let's put a little bit of salt in this show. Let's mix it up. Let's throw some white women in the show. Let's throw some white men in the show. And they decided to gentrify a show that was, essentially for black women and black men, right? Now, what has since happened is a controversy that has unfolded, where you had a white man on the show. Let me see if I can pull that up. What's his name? I believe the man's name is Johnny Bananas. I think that's his name, Johnny Bananas, right? Let me see if I can find this fool. Yeah, essentially, there was a white man on the show by the name of Johnny Bananas, right? Johnny Bananas. And there was a room full of black women, and this went viral, and black women were deeply offended at this thing right here. Let's play this.
It's a yes or no answer, Johnny, because we can. Yes, Johnny, be so for real.
The best opportunity to make it work by what? Coming out with my plan?
All right.
Yeah, I think I did.
Johnny, I'm gonna ask you one last question. I'll send you on your way. Who on the stage would have been your type? Like for real, for real.
I mean, we're gonna start with the toes. Let's see.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna start with the toes. The white man said we're gonna start with the toes. We are going to start with the toes.
You've got really pretty toes. You look like you sleep from a tree upside down.
Whoa! So this is the clip that has went viral. A lot of black women saw this and said that he referred to a black woman as a monkey. Here you got a white man in a room full of black women referring to a black woman's feet as looking primate-ish. And we all know the negative connotations, the negative stereotypes put on black women, where people refer to black women as least desirable, and they refer to black people as monkeys. So essentially, here you had a white man calling a black woman a monkey. Right, so this went viral, and a lot of people, let me just pull up some of the tweets again. I showed some of the tweets earlier. A lot of black women was not feeling that. Here goes some of the tweets. Just want to pull up. I pulled these up earlier, but I'm gonna pull them up again. Here you have somebody who says 10 minutes in, and Johnny Bananas already called a black woman a monkey. Then you hear no, that's something else. You got this tweet right here. Somebody says, "You will not see me next week for Pop the Balloon. This was trash." I think her name is Yvette. You did a great job, but where are the black people? Now that's a absolutely good gripe to have. Where are the black people? This was a black show. Netflix has taken this show and they have gentrified it, and now they're trying to add white people. They're trying to add all these different elements to the show that was essentially a black show, and now you're running into some issues because now you got a white man referring to a black woman's toes as looking like a monkey. But this person goes on to say, where are the black people? And Johnny Bananas calling a black woman a monkey should not go unnoticed. A lot of people were feeling away. Did that man on Pop the Balloon call a black woman a monkey? Netflix cut the cameras. These are honest gripes. Now, let's go back to Johnny Bananas' page. The man's name is Johnny Bananas. Yeah, I saw I think E. Cole called him Bruno Mars. Johnny Bananas has responded to the backlash. Now, this is what he went on to say. This is what Johnny Bananas went on to say. And we talked about this, but we're going to talk about it again. We're going to lay this out. He says, "Hey, morons, I was actually talking about the white girl whose toes were hanging over her shoes, who is literally dressed like a effing tree. It's wild how fast some people can twist a moment into a false narrative. There is real racism out there. Weaponizing fake outrage for clicks is it cheapens it, right?" Now here you have the picture of him pointing. Now, I want to show you guys this because he's saying that he's pointing at this woman. This is a white woman right here. This woman right here. This is a white woman. But I got to be honest with you, Johnny Bananas. From where your finger is pointing, you could easily be pointing at this woman right here, or you could be pointing at this woman. You could be pointing at these two women. Now, this is a black woman. This is a white woman. So let's not be just disingenuous. Could you have been talking about the white woman with the tree dress or whatever? Can you be talking? You probably could have been talking about her, but you easily could have been talking about this black woman right here. And let's just be real. You're in a room full of black women. The host of the show is black. This is primarily a black show where black women tune in. Of course you're gonna get some backlash when it's a bunch of black women that watch a show and you're calling a black woman essentially, because you just pointed, nobody knows if you're talking to a white woman or a black woman, but you're essentially calling a black woman a monkey. Of course you're gonna get some damn backlash. And like I said, we all know the negative stereotypes. We know, the hate that black women get. So of course you were going to get the backlash. Of course you were going to get that. And, I don't necessarily blame Johnny Bananas. Do I think he was talking about that black woman? He possibly could have. I don't know for sure though. But, we really should be blaming Netflix. We really should be blaming Ariel Arillette, who allowed this show, this great black show, to be gentrified. Those are the people that we should be held responsible. Those are the people that I feel should be held accountable for. And I believe personally that we're going to see more instances like this. We're going to see more white people come on this show, and they're probably going to disrespect some black women. They're going to say some off-kilter things about black women. And that's just going to be what happens in terms when you gentrify a show, and there's going to be some type of friction between people from different ethnicities. You may hear some things that may be off-kiltered and not necessarily PC. Sonny, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Sonny? You're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. What does that have to do with what's relevant to the show right now? You said I'm not even going to read it because it doesn't pertain to the show, so I'm not even going to read it. FBA says no. You need to be held accountable for not setting up the call in. Yo, FBA, you want to hop in the You want to hop in Twitter? You got a Twitter? If you got a Twitter, FBA, if you got a Twitter, we'll hop on Twitter Spaces right now. We can talk about this, bro. Make a Twitter, FBA. Make a Twitter. Is E. Cole still in here? We can have a chat about this. If E. Cole is in here, FBA, you got a Twitter? We can hop on Twitter Spaces right now and talk about this if y'all want. We can do this right now if y'all want. I would love to talk about this. I would love to get in terms of this and talk about this, you know? Yo, FBA, make a Twitter, man. Make a Twitter. Make a Twitter, man. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost. It's free 99. I don't have StreamYard. I use OBS. I use OBS. I'm gonna look into StreamYard. I'm gonna look into that. I've never used StreamYard, but I use OBS. I'm gonna look into StreamYard though. I'm gonna look into that. I've never made a StreamYard, so I don't know how to make a StreamYard. I really don't. I really don't. I've never used StreamYard, but I'm gonna look into it. But yeah, man, if you make a Twitter, you can hop in Twitter Spaces right now, man. I got that set up. I can set that up right now. But in terms of this show. Those were my feelings in terms of that. Yeah, man. FBA says, nah, I ain't got money for free. Yeah, Twitter Spaces is free, bro. You can hop in right now, bro. You can hop in right now. Yeah, but in terms of that, that's really all I had to talk about. Is there anything else I should talk about? In terms of, because I already broke that down. I already talked about that. I would love for y'all to come in and get on Twitter Space and talk about if E. Cole is E. Cole. Do you want to hop in Twitter Space and talk about something? Anything you want get into right now? I don't mind hopping on Twitter Spaces right now. If y'all want to hop on Twitter Spaces. Whoa. Let me. That's a little risque. Some risque stuff be popping up on Twitter sometimes. Especially when you got that sensitivity lock on. Is there anything that I need to address? Let me see something. I may have forgotten something. Hold on. Let me actually go back. Let me go back because I think there's something that I did forget about. Unless y'all want me to talk about Donald Trump and the tariffs, unless y'all want me to talk about that. Unless y'all want me to talk about that. Yeah, did I forget anything? Look at this nigga DJ Khaled. This Walrus, ever since Drake dubbed him on those records, this Walrus been on this Walrus ain't dropped that album. If you don't know Drake pretty much sunned him. Drake pretty much said, "Nigga, I'm not doing no records with you." Because when Kendrick was running around the hip hop industry, calling me a PDF, calling me a disrespecting my name, you didn't speak up for me. You didn't hold me down. You wasn't singing my praises. You didn't say that those things weren't true. And don't you work for Rock Nation, DJ Khaled? I'm not letting you and Jay-Z eat off of me no more. And I want to salute Drake for saying that. I want to salute Drake for saying, "Yo, I'm not allowing this camel jockey to make money off of me." DJ Khaled is a culture vulture. We talk a lot about culture vultures. We talk about Vlad. We talk about Trap Lord Ross. We talk about Adam 22. DJ Khaled is a culture vulture as well. And here he's sitting with another culture vulture, Fat Joseph. Fat Joe. And I remember one time, did y'all ever see this when Fat Joe referred to DJ Khaled as the Quincy Jones of hip hop. Have you ever saw that? I gotta play that. Fat Joe calls DJ Khaled. I gotta play that. DJ Khaled. He called this camel jockey the Quincy Jones of hip hop. I gotta play that. I gotta find that clip. It might have been on Drink Champs. I see yeah, let me see if I can play this.
Okay, green light. Today on the way. Let a nigga know you from the city of New Orleans.
Where's the clip at? I wanna hear the clip of where he referred to Quincy Jones as he referred to DJ Khaled as the Quincy Jones of hip hop. Let me see. This is Hip Hop DX.
If a man really hated ads,
Hip Hop DX may have it.
1. He would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because it's 100% free.
I thought that was disgusting.
Alright, so this just happened. Look, so Fat Joe thinks that DJ Khaled is at the top of his craft and wants hip-hop fans to give him credit for his hard work over the years. During a new episode of Drink Champs with Nori and DJ Effin, the Bronx rapper compared Khaled to the legendary Quincy Jones and broke down his opinion.
People take away the greatness from Khaled and they say, well, he just gets a bunch of big-time rappers and put them on the same song.
That's exactly what he does. He's not a producer. Joe. He doesn't do nothing. All he does is get somebody to make a beat and call up people to hop on the song. What are you talking about, Joe? I'm tired of this nigga, man.
There's a million DJs and producers that try that to put the biggest thing, and those ain't the artists who try it in the world.
Did not DJ Clue do that before Khaled? Did not DJ K Slay do that before Khaled? Greg Street, DJ Drama. Have they all not done that before DJ Khaled and had success in doing it? What are you talking about?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
What are you talking about? There is nothing special to what DJ Khaled has done. You know what the issue is? We had a bunch of black rappers propping him up and allowing him to be a culture vulture in hip hop, in the hip hop industry. That's what the crime was. But there's nothing special to what DJ Khaled does.
And it's been a long time since we heard Nas and Jay-Z on what, to me, sounds like a smash hit.
That's a smash
like
hit
a
to me.
Smash hit that could play in the radio. It's streaming incredibly. It could so Khaled really is the Quincy Jones of hip hop right now.
Responding to
this clown called DJ Khaled the Quincy Jones of hip hop. Not Dr. Dre, not DJ Premier, not Pharrell, not Timbaland. I'm even throw Alchemist in there. All of these great producers that hip hop has created. And you call DJ Khaled a camel jockey who just grabs up people to hop on records, and he calls him the Quincy Jones of hip hop. This is what happens when you allow culture vultures to come into hip hop. This is what happens. But yeah, you got this camel jockey and Fat Joe sitting up there, you know, enjoying a nice ham sandwich on a nice Sunday morning. Kudos to them. Yeah, I don't like either one of these guys. Both of these guys are clowns, and I'm happy Drake said, you're not eating off of me no more. And salute to Drake. Don't give Khaled not one record. Don't give him nothing. He ate off you enough, Drake. He ate off you for many years. Don't allow this camel jockey to eat off of you anymore. That's a fact. With that being said, listen, guys, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock. Listen, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? And yo, FBA, next time I'm gonna try to work on StreamYard. I've never done a StreamYard before, but I'm gonna work on the StreamYard thing because I do wanna implement people in the chat. I want to implement people to hop on camera. I want to implement, and I want to have like, debates and different things on this channel and talk about these things and really flush these things out. So I think I'm going to work on that StreamYard thing. But people are always welcome to hop in the Twitter spaces because I do want to talk to people and I do want to have these conversations with people. But with that being said, listen, I'm gonna call it a night. Because I didn't really have much to talk about. It was really just to pop the balloon and the Soulja Boy situation. I just want to talk about those situations. But with that being said, you guys have a good night. Salute to all the mods. Salute to FBA. Salute to Sinclair. Salute to E. Cole. Salute to Sony. Salute to everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's not here. You guys have a productive weekend, and I'll probably do a live tomorrow. We'll see how that works out. God willing, we'll see how that works out. And you guys have a good night, man. We are out. Toodles.
Reppin' the road, foreign status with my name on their toes. These studies announce me honestly, put the seat back and I gotta see bodies, you little